Hello, I'd just like to introduce this vlog highlighting the difference between an athlete with capacity restrictions and one with technical deficiencies. In this instance, I wish to analyse a 54-year-old female with poor mobility performing a back squat and a Bulgarian split squat, and a 23-year-old male with very little experience performing the same exercises.
Okay.
Looking at the lift from the side,
As low as you can,
first
please.
issue I picked up here is that the lifter rushes into the movement with an uneven foot placement. His hips are too far back, leading to an anterior tilt of his torso. This in turn pushes the centre of gravity too far forward and makes the lifter lift his heels and therefore make the lift unstable. This makes it difficult to descend into a full squat without toppling forward. A bit more familiarity with the movement pattern and a stable pair of lifting shoes will, I feel, see a marked improvement.
As low as you can, please.
Looking at the lift from the front, the lifter's feet are far too close together to elicit a good squat movement pattern. The height of the bar at either end is uneven. With closer inspection, this is caused by the bar not being completely central on the lifter's shoulders. This can be an injury risk as greater loads are added to the bar later on. The lifter looks uncomfortable and is grimacing throughout the movement. He is also looking downwards, which can cause flexion of the thoracic vertebrae during the movement and prevent the shoulder blades staying fully retracted. I feel that this lifter is just inexperienced, and with some good coaching and more confidence, performing the movement will improve greatly. Looking at this lift from the side, with the lifter leading with his right leg, you can see similarities with leading with his left leg. His lead leg needs to be further forward to encourage better mechanics. An increasing strength and good coaching would increase his confidence in performing the movement.
One more.
Scott Mills counts down all the songs you are loving, and on a Sunday we let you know how the chart is looking ahead of Friday. Today we've got 10 songs going down, 4 going up, 4 new entries, and 2 tracks not going anywhere.
Looking at this lift from the side, with the lifter leading with his left leg, you can see that his left leg should be slightly further forward. This will help maintain a more vertical angle between his knee and ankle, and help him push his hips forward to maintain a vertical torso. This will help him to perform a deeper movement and prevent flexion of his thoracic vertebrae.
Keep going.
It's Sunday the 21st of November. It's just gone 6 o'clock. This is Katie Thistleton, and I'm about to play you the 20 biggest songs in the...
Looking at the lift from the front, with the lifter leading with his left leg, you can see a distinct lack of stability in his knees and ankles. To compensate for this, he elevates his trapezius muscle to help him balance.
Okay.
With an increase in the load of the dumbbells used, this would be increasingly difficult to do. A good pair of lifting shoes and more experience would, I feel, show an improvement.
Okay.
Looking at the lift from the front, with the lifter leading with his right leg, you can see that his foot is not facing forward at the correct angle to perform the movement well.
You like this one?
This causes internal rotation of the knee during the movement, leading to a lack of stability. He looks more comfortable leading with his right leg than his left.
You like this one? As low as you can. You like this one?
Hopefully, if this young man sticks at it, he can one day perform back squats as well as Lu Zhaozheng is here. Let's hope so. Looking at the lift from the side, you will notice that the lifter has a very restricted range of motion. It appears that she has very tight hip flexors that are preventing a full squatting movement without a great deal of hip flexion whilst descending. This can lead to injury as the heavier load is added. The rest of the lift looks good. She maintains a neutral spine, looks straight ahead, and keeps her heels on the platform. Looking at the lift from the front, I notice a slight lack of stability in the hips, which elicits a slight jiggle as she ascends from the squat. As from the side, I notice that the lack of depth that the lifter can descend to during the movement. The rest of the lift looks good, with knees tracking over the toes and the lifter looking straight ahead. Looking at the lift from the side, with the lifter leading with her left leg, the issue of the tight hip flexors prevents her from maintaining a vertical torso whilst descending. She does, however, maintain a neutral spine and keep looking straight ahead. Looking at the lift from the side with the lifter leading with her right leg, I notice that she maintains a better upright torso position on this side compared with the other. She also maintains her neutral spine and looks ahead throughout the movement. Looking at the lift from the front with the lifter leading with her left leg, I notice that she's holding the dumbbell in her left arm at a funny angle. The rest of the lift looks good as the lifter looks ahead and tracks her knee over her toes. She's unfamiliar with the exercise but has a good strength base from recent squatting training. Looking at the lift from the front with the lifter leading with her right leg, I notice that she has very poor hip stability on this side when compared with the left. This makes the lift difficult to perform at all, as it is one requiring good stability. I got the female lifter with mobility issues to perform this little test to see if it made any difference in performance. After performing a bodyweight squat, which highlighted the tight hip flexor issue, I introduced a goblet squat and instructed the lifter to extend her arms holding a dumbbell. This was to see if it made any difference as she braced against the load placed at arm's length. As she descended, you will notice that it made little difference due to the mobility issue.
Okay,
finish off the anthems, wasn't it? Frank Ocean and Thinking About You. Before that, Rihanna and Mickey Echo and Stay as well. So nice, not that in ages. Hannah says, Katie, you're killing it with these songs. Each one is even better. She's riding horses in the wind. Hannah, it must be cold up there. Charlotte's a nice, chilled way to finish off the anthems, wasn't it? Frank Ocean and Thinking About You. Before that, Rihanna and Mickey Echo and Stay as well. So nice, not that in ages. Hannah says, Katie, you're killing it with these songs. Each one is even better. She's riding horses in the wind. Hannah, it must be cold up there. Charlotte says...
Now.
I then got the athlete to perform the modified Thomas test, just to highlight exactly the angles which would allow her sufficient movement. I suggested to the lifter that she perform some basic stretches for her hip flexors, such as these shown here, to help address the problem.